Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary pals, we have another edition of Metroid Fusion Randomizer Tournament. This is the second annual. We got, this time, a spoiler log tournament wherein people are explicitly told where things are and they just have to have reading comprehension. I'll do my best to be able to read as well, and hopefully everything doesn't catch on fire. I know exactly what I'm doing, everything's fine, and nothing is ruined. I hope you all are doing well today. We got two racers in this particular seeding section. We're currently doing seeding for the tournament. Anyone is still free to join. The sign-ups are ongoing until the 28th of September, so a little under a week. So we got our racers ready. I think our racers are ready. Does it say ready? This says they're ready. Okay. And once I figure out how to make them go, okay, here it is. I found the button. Yes, button press. Interesting formatting. There we go. Okay. Alright, I have confirmed that everything is awful. And why is that the case? Why? Bear with me a moment while I get things turned up. So these players will be heading up to the main deck data room. That's obviously the only item that's available to them at this present time. Okay, what is the... I'm just looking through this spoiler log and seeing that currently the very first item is hashtag REF, and the item that's there is colon. So we've got a very interesting start. just send them to the direct text file. Wait. I think I figured it out. Okay. Very interesting. What the heck is E27? So at this time, the players have discovered that there are items on the main deck, and they are on their way to continue searching for more items. That's how Randomizer goes. So, as you can see from the start of this, like from the get-go, we got a complete dumpster fire of it. Sorry, we have a totally functioning spoiler log that functions totally, and that's going to definitely help the players. They haven't linked the direct spoiler log, but there is a minor issue with the sheet at the moment. So we got data 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that all checks out. Why is there a gap there? We got one player with diffusion missiles. another player. Okay, Sama has gotten some items. Naii looks like they're also going on their way through Sector 1. Gonna take me a minute to get these items tracked. The wave beam up in the lava dive, or the far end of the lava dive. It's wow, all three of them are major items. Looks like they have, I assume, more from power bombs, missile, diffusion. We're using the the old tracker here. Nope, uncheck that. Okay. High jump is a very nice item. They will need at least either high jump or space jump to actually trigger the SAX fight at the end. It's generally required to get high enough to actually reach the helm, the steering wheel of the ship. The space steering wheel, that's what they use. I think they both have wide. Okay. Naii now with their charge beam. So I take it, looks like SinisterSama went to Sector 6 first. So normally we're not a big fan of screw attack and randomizers because it just opens up so much. But in this case, it's actually not a bad thing. Knowing where everything is, they're actually the screw attack actually just gives them a viable shortcut to getting through the seeds. So new to this tournament also is the sector shuffle feature, wherein the normal sectors, as I'm sure you've noticed already, are shuffled amongst themselves. So in order to access lower Sector 4, you still need to go through lower Sector 5. That's still a vanilla connector. But all of the routes from the elevators and all of the east and west connectors from each sector are shuffled together. So in this case, Sector 6 is to the left of Sector 1. And they could take the connector between 6 and 1. However, the doors between 1 and 4 and between 6 and 3 are blue. So they won't be able to take the sector hub to get to the outer doors until they unlock the security levels. However, they can still break through from 6 to 3 should they so choose, and that would allow them to get to level 2 locks. Now these locks are non-progressive, but they're not split. Well, I mean, they're sort of, I guess, progressive. But yeah, once you unlock level 2 locks, it'll also unlock level 1 locks, so they could access blue and green doors. Naii is on their way to just getting little 2 doors unlocked. A19, okay. No names. What if I just rename this to something without a space and just ignore the quotation? Oh. Wait, what? Okay, let's clear that. And autofill that. No? Still doesn't want to work. That's fascinating. Yeah. It says it did not find the value. It did not find the value data S0 diffusion data in VLOOKUP. That's what it's looking up. That's literally what I want. Oh, that's the problem. Fun fact, Google Sheets sometimes works. It works on PC. There's something about mobile pasting that it's not a fan of. Let's see, Sinister is currently kind of struggling with the spoiler log. I'm not surprised. It's kind of seems as though it's malfunctioning. It's actually kind of impressive how wrong this went. So let's see. Oh, what? Wait a second. Did I just miss a number here? I think I just missed a number here. No, I didn't. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay. Okay, so that's... Oh, that's charge beam for SinisterSama. Let's see if they're saying anything in the race chat. Like, what the heck is going on, for example. And it appears If I'm not mistaken, that's plasma on Nai's end. Now they're just on their way to go beat the game. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite able to catch what missiles they have. Well, they have at least diffusion. Right? Somehow I didn't check, but they have at least diffusion. Oh, I didn't check. Okay. Okay, I may have an idea. Yeah, saving before the final boss for sure is a pretty important move. Like, even if you're comfortable with the fight, one slip and it all kind of falls apart. Naii is actually one of the higher seeds in the tournament currently. I think they're third seed, maybe fourth seed right now. Third or fourth seed. So yeah, with a sub 30 time here, I don't think that's even in their... I don't think they're even gonna improve their upon their top 3 times. So the seeding for this tournament effectively is you take the top 3 of your times, and they're weighted based on how many entrants are in that particular race. So this would have less weighting than, say, a 5 or 6 player race. But it would still factor in if it's one of your top 3 times. And we just seed from comparing basically personal bests in race settings. There was quite a bit of exploring with other other ways of seeding, such as just comparing a points-based system based on who you're up against and like what your times were in an individual seed compared to others. And we quickly realized that there just weren't very many players to compare against. And you would just get really good, like you would get comparable to the top seed by playing lower seeds. And just very inaccurate for these purposes, for this style. At least for this particular tournament. And to think the seed could have been even faster if they had the spoiler log from the start, as advertised. It's security level 4 for both of them, actually. And actually, yeah, Naii is just finishing up the final boss here. And apologies, I'm just kind of ignoring the tracker for now. Yeah, GG's to Naii. And of course we'll let SinisterSama finish up to get a time. We'll let the lag catch up to this. Alright. And perhaps Naii may come in here and just talk us through how the seed went. Heck if I know. I'm not entirely sure if yeah, and I should have gotten the notification, the invite to the channel. Not sure if they're interested in, like, oh, okay. We have them here, Naii the Beth. GG's.
GG's.
Good work on figuring out how to get the spoiler log. How did that seed feel?
Could have been routed a lot better. My main issue was I was not using the sector connectors, and 4-1 was very convenient, so was 3-5. I was also kind of finding the spoiler log for a bit there, because when I asked for the raw spoiler log, I actually copied onto my own sheet.
That is a good idea. I am still working on fixing that as we speak.
Oh. Yeah, now that I see the model sheet, yeah, that was kind of bad.
Yeah, my bad. I did technically paste the spoiler log into the spoiler log sheet.
Yeah, I actually copied that and put it onto my own sheet. What I should have done in this seed was, instead of going for plasma first, that was my first mistake, I should have gone straight to 5, and then just exit to 1 via the sector connector from 4 to 1. And from there I also should have actually not picked up high jump. That was my second mistake. Could have picked it up when I went for plasma. Or not picked it up at all, since by that point I should have space jam. I also completely blanked on ice missiles, didn't even see they were there until I got plasma. I'm like, oh, I could have not been suffering this entire time. Oh well.
And
this was a very fast seed though. Even with the death and sacks, I had 30. Had I not died, this probably would have been one of my top 3 times. Could have been probably at 20th, 20 or something.
yeah,
The other thing
I hardly even. Yeah, I could barely catch up.
I also blanked on wave beam, because I normally just avoid wave beam, but then it stopped fast. And we're like, oh, well, that's there. Sinister spawning box. Interesting.
Yeah, with they must be making their way into lower sector 1 this way. I wouldn't recommend, but I mean that's what they chose. It's a way that.
The other thing I'm noticing, they don't seem to have wave, so they can't actually.
They do have wave. It's just a little.
Oh, okay.
Actually, wait.
No, because I didn't see the beam curve. Is the thing. I didn't see it oscillate.
With wide beam, it does look a little funny. Like it kind of, like at close range, is very difficult to tell, but it does kind of squish in and out.
Then, why the heck was plasma down there? Also, nice having every single item being main deck 1 or 6. There was nothing outside.
Looks like Sama has forfeited the race.
Ooh. Alright, that means we'll see them soon then.
Yeah, it looks like they were on their way to break into lower sector 1 from 6 and just kind of forgot that box 2 was in the way. Yeah. I suppose didn't have enough damage to deal with it.
Yeah.
With charge beam, you can take it out.
I mean, yes, but
harder to aim because of the wave beam, I suppose.
And they don't have plasma either, so they can't get good. They can get additional damage. Unless I'm confused about how plasma works and not having plasma deals more damage. It's the per frame thing.
Yeah, I believe wave beam does more damage than plasma. I'm not entirely sure in Randomizer because that was adjusted quite a bit.
Yeah. And mainly it's because some enemies like Nightmare consume plasma shots, so you get the little damage per frame plasma deals instead of actually getting the full damage from not having plasma. I don't know if Vox is like that. I don't believe it is. I should find out with missiles anyway, so.
So I'm very confused why the spoiler log isn't working. It looks like it's referencing the right stuff. It's just not finding things.
Let me make a copy of that sheet, see if I can figure it out. What's going on?
Seems to be an issue with the room names sheet. Is it taking the entire thing and matching it? What if I reference B19?
Yeah. And that seems to work.
Okay.
The,
But still, why doesn't column E work?
I'm looking at. Oh, just change the index from 2 to 3
3?
in the column. Yes.
What? It works with 2 and the others.
I'm not sure what's going on there, but let me see if I can.
What? Alright.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. In the others, you don't have quotation marks around the room name. So it could work.
Why
In
not?
this case,
I'm directly copying pasting from the log.
I'm not exactly sure, but in the one I copied, actually, in the one I copied, it doesn't have them, and it's working perfectly. There you go.
Well, as long as it works perfectly now.
Oh, fun. Thank you.
Okay. Morning. Hey, alright.
Hey. There we go.
I don't know why those are color-coded, but cool.
I imagine it's some artifacts from the
Oh yeah, makes sense.
version.
Right, because column C had conditional formatting,
Was the
and I changed it.
items. Basically, just change the ranges.
Jeez. Alright, so sorry about that, Sama. The next one, in theory, should work better. You know what? I'm gonna test that right now. With the old spoiler log, but Still isn't looking it up. Okay. And if I go here... Okay, I think I could fix it with some cheeky shenanigans. Ah. Aha. So we're gonna take a quick break and set up the next race. So bear with us. I think we got this figured out finally. Sorry, Sama, for the first race. But we should have things working better next time. This upcoming time. We got a second race coming right up. See you soon. All right. Well, we're still getting set up. We got the sheet up and running. We got it working. I just need to paste in the new spoiler log, and everything will be golden. We got a few minutes here. Our players are taking just a little short break. We got a third racer in now as well. In theory, this is going to go a lot smoother. But it's all tested and working. I don't know why mobile is any different. The spoiler log is the same, but for some reason it's not, which doesn't make sense. So I hope everyone's been enjoying Speed Gaming Live online portion. Lots of exciting tournaments and big prizes to be had. Pretty exciting. All right, it looks like the players are readied up. See, copy that. Go here. Please select the cell. Hello. Paste. Formatting, please. All right, it works. It works. Minor problems on Sinister's end. Gotta make sure their stream's working. Gonna see if we could refresh that. It is up and running. Okay. So we just need to reset that on our end. All right. For now, we'll switch audio over to Naii. And this time looks like we are starting with a morph ball. Getting a safety E-tank, why not? It's very important. Let's also go ahead and get them the raw JSON file. That'll do it. With Sector 2. Alright, they got level 1 security locks. Okay, no they don't. I was wondering how they got that done so fast without my notice. So I have confirmed SinisterSama's stream is up and running. It may have gone down during the break, but it is needing to be refreshed here on our side. So we'll be with that momentarily. Until then, we have Naii opening up level 1 lock. So what's going on with this? Behind Data 2 is the speed booster, and behind Cargo Jump is the missile data. They didn't opt to do the jump trick, but they won't need to. That's a little surprising, actually. That's okay. I didn't know the Cargo Jump was in log. Oh no, Data 2 is speed, right, okay. I mixed up the data and Cargo Jump room. So I believe for now we have speed and lock for SinisterSama, probably. probably missile data as well. A bit of an ordeal for Naii to get these flying sparks off. It doesn't drop it this entire time. Excellent. Very nicely done. Wait, why didn't that ping? Oh, I didn't manually. I wonder. Alright, I'll just mistype the name entirely. Onward to Telltale Heart. So they're going to need to do some degree of damage run here. They're almost certainly going to opt to Shine Spark across. There is the option to just climb across, which is very tight. It takes about 90 damage to cross, and getting hit by the lava plumes does 64 damage, so that's not really an option. Shine Sparking across, however, you get by so fast that you only take 20 damage. It's actually a bit easier to just climb up the ledge instead of double wall jumping. A little bit faster as well. Wall jumping does have several frames of animation, so you are kind of frozen in place for like 3 frames when you're wall jumping. So just climbing up on the ledges is a little bit faster than doing 2 of those. Alright, Naii does make it across. And gets their powerbomb data. And then just Shine Sparks on out. With those power bombs, makes it very easy to leave. So we have varying degrees of damage runs listed in the seed requirements. This one was listed as mild because you have Speed Booster and you could Shine Spark across both ways. It's not so bad. If they were to have to just climb across the monkey bars with only 1 E-Tank, that would be pretty extreme, and that would be specifically notated. So Naii is actually doing a trick here to break into the level 2 security room without either bombs or high jump by just avoiding that 2x2 block and just using it to roll across. Because you could climb in and roll into tunnels, but you can't do so if you're on the floor. So like you just can't hang on the ledge if there are only 2 tiles between the ledge and the floor. It's a strat that was only discovered this past March after the previous tournament concluded. It's just people hadn't thought of that before, and it's a really neat trick. Naii getting their space jump is going to be able to get the the stretchy room. They don't need the stretchy room. But it is an E-tank, so they'll gladly take it. Energy is at a premium in these spoiler log seeds, since you know exactly where to go and you're not just blindly reaching around. You actually wind up with very few E-tanks along the way. Kind of a benefit to not know where you're going. You find a lot of handy survivability. And there's charge beam for Naii and another E-tank on the way out. Oh no, they don't have... Right, they don't have bombs or high jump, so they can't get that. But they could survive this lava bath. Accidental spill there, but they're okay. They're a trained professional? Question mark? And underneath box for them is going to be their diffusion data. An interesting grab. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't an E-tank. That was very astute in the near item in Nova Stairs. They don't actually have a way to get that right now. But if they want bombs to be able to get very astute, they could head on over to our favorite scientist, Gary. I don't think anyone's gonna go over there. I don't recommend it. Just skip Varia, it's fine. Instead, they're gonna wanna be going to Sector 1. They have all sectors unlocked now with level 2s open. And they're out of here. So I can see that SinisterSama does actually have their power bombs. And that's wide beam get for Naii. It's very handy. Wide beam, actually the only beam in the game, the only major item in the game that doesn't unlock any checks whatsoever. But we're still very happy to have it. It's just very, very helpful. And Sama has picked up their high jump over in lower sector 2. So they opted for high jump instead of space jump. I like it. I'm not a fan of space jump, honestly. High jump is where it's at, really. High jump increases the vertical speed of your initial jump, so it just makes you jump higher by way of speed. Well, I guess that's not entirely true, but it is faster. Whereas with space jump, you actually have to drop down a little bit. So your jumps are a little bit slower in ascending. Especially if you don't have space jump, that is a lot of descent while you're trying to rise. So gravity suit get for Naii. And Sama is headed down to Sector 3 to get stuff. Stuff is very good to get. I would recommend things as well. So it's going to lay down a power bomb to destroy these stabilizers real quick. With those, they have super missiles as well, so they could just one-shot it with a missile. But with power bombs, you don't even have to aim. You don't have to go all the way to their weak spot. You could just drop a power bomb. They'll eventually die. Oftentimes before you even can access it with missiles. So Sama actually made use of the high jump to get into level 2 locks and is just opening those now. And sorry about the feed. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a technical hiccup and the capture isn't quite working at the moment, but we'll get that. We'll get that up one day. I do have another eye on their stream, so I'll keep y'all informed. So Naii actually coming into the charge core. Yeah, it looks like they're on their way to get Crab Rave, which is going to be the screw attack. It's going to be very handy in traversing sectors. Basically going to replace their Varia suit necessity to get through Sector 5 to get down to lower 4. And with that, I believe Naii has everything they need to head on to level 4 doors and head up to beat the game. In the meantime, Sama has their... What did they get from Nova Stairs? It was Charge Beam. And they're just picking up their space jump right now. I'm a little surprised they didn't pick up Varia. They do have high jump, they can get it. Oh, maybe they... Oh, they didn't pick up Charge Beam. They decided to nope on out of... Oh, they don't have ice. And they just got space jump. So they can... Now that they have space jump, they could go back down and get it. They're just picking up diffusion while they're up at the top. So with gravity and diffusion and screw attack, they are able to go down Sector 4 to the connector to get to Sector 5 in an awkward way. There's basically a west and an east connector in every sector, and some of the sectors have miscellaneous vanilla connectors, such as the one from the bottom right of 5 to the bottom left of 4, as well as the bottom of 6 to the bottom of 1, or main deck. And the reactor core to Sector 2 connector, those are all the same. But yeah, as expected, SinisterSama does get their Varia suit. They are now protected from heat damage, and they won't actually need Brew Attack in order to get to Sector 4. With Varia suit, Speed Booster, and Gravity suit, Sector 5 is now broken, and they could just Transpark through the top and get to Sector 4 that way. Onward Naii goes. Follow the Werners. Twitch.tv/player1 and player2. Yeah, sorry about that. These are seeding races, so there are a varying amount of runners in each race, and so I just put player 1 and player 2 in the schedule. But it's twitch.tv/SinisterSama and twitch.tv/Fabian771. There you go. Fabian making, SinisterSama actually making sure to get their wide beam, rather. Not wave beam. That would be silly. Whereas level 4 locks are open for, as well as level 3 locks are open for Naii. Alright, we might have it working now. Just reboot this real quick. I hear sounds. Well, I hear sounds at least. We're back. And both streams are up. Nice. Huge thanks to SpeedGaming for all the help. It was a bit of it's been really hectic with SG Live Online going on, but they threw this together with some of the older assets. We've got some newer assets in the pipeline that we've been working on this past month or so, and as well as a new tracker, and we'll have things ready pretty in upcoming streams. But in the meantime, we get Gravity Suit for SinisterSama. And let's see, they have their charge beam, right? They have their charge beam. They have their. That definitely looks like Plasma Beam to me. And they are ready to roll. Free to beat the game. They just need to unlock level 4 doors. So it's a bit tricky knowing how to unlock level 4 doors. If you don't have screw attack, generally the way is to break sector 5. There are a series of ways that can be done. One of them being, well, by far the most common being various suit, gravity suit. We do have another death from Naii this will happen a lot. The final bosses are not exactly trivial. We don't have the vanilla equipment. We're a bit short on equipment. We don't have ice missiles, so we're just going in with what we have and doing the what's called the baby strats, but they're not exactly free themselves. So it takes a lot of shots and a lot of jumping over the SIX, and it's basically random whether it jumps high or just jumps straight forward. And the ideal here is point blank, getting the flare damage as well as the 3 beam shots. Unfortunately, because the SAX is not frozen, it gets iframes whenever it hits. So as soon as it hits, it's done taking damage for the entire shot. So they recover. So that significantly lengthens the number of shots, the lifespan of the SAX. All because of no ice. You could also use Ice Beam to freeze the SAX, but that has actually different freezing properties. Whenever you freeze it with the Ice Beam, it's a different freezing type, so it actually cannot be refrozen until it's unfrozen again. Very strange. Which makes it generally most people consider that the more difficult method. I believe Naii is one of the players that actually considers it easier. Which I suppose stands to reason, because you can have the Ice Beam in the SAX's sprite. A question on where the Ice Missile data is, that's actually in the Ceres Escape upper check. They could have gotten that on the way out, but it is quite a bit of a detour. It may have been worth it, varying by player. Like, if you're especially comfortable with the Ice Missile refreeze strat to do real quick work to the SAX, then that can definitely save a bit of time over, like risking death on the SAX, which isn't that costly, but it's costly enough. So these players do have the spoiler logs, and they're just routing out where to go on the fly. They receive the spoiler log as soon as go. So these wind up being very quick seats. And that's done for Naii the Bath. GG's. Here we go. A little extra ammo for Sama. Ammo can be pretty important in these states. And final bosses. Depending on your missile power, you might actually be fine with just the stock 10 missiles. You kind of want more, but sometimes you could make do with just that much. Especially if you have power bombs, those are actually surprisingly effective in the ice core fight. Because with the cheese strat, you could actually just keep it locked in place and place power bombs to recover ammo. And welcome Naii the Bath. GG's once again.
GG's.
How'd you feel about that one?
Hey.
A little bit of damage run just to spice it up a bit, but
No. Here's the
not
thing.
quite.
I forgot I couldn't beat Daria.
Yeah.
So instead I went like, you know what, at this point I just beat the game without Daria and I had some real funny routing.
Routing through charge core to get the screw attack. I kind of like that, but it might have been the most efficient.
Nah,
What you could have done was
again,
go fight Gary, get those bombs, then you could have bomb jumped to Varia.
I mean, yeah, sure, but I have one E-tank.
Yeah. Two by that.
Hell I was getting. I had two? Oh yeah, I got the PB stretch.
Yeah, you had two. That's how you survived, by like taking a ton of damage in the lava when you fell down.
Yeah.
So glad you had that much though.
I love how
I did
to
basically
go to 4 to take the connector to 5 just to break 5 and then go back to 4. Oh god.
I do like when 4 is connected to 5 through the connector. You just get a nice little loop.
Yeah. Ah, what a seed.
And
I feel proud of the
SinisterSama.
routing, but it's not best.
That was good. Backup plans.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, I wasn't planning on actually going to fight Gary. And then I went, and the high jump was just very out of the way, and I already had space jumps. It wasn't worth it to actually try to get Daria at that point.
Yeah, SinisterSama actually picked up high jump in order to unlock green doors. So they had high jump in order to get Varia on their first trip. So they were a lot slower in getting to lower sector 3, but kind of made it worth it for them.
High jump was incredibly out of the way.
Yeah.
And I mean, space jump without high jump sucks, but
It was definitely an awkward one to route for sure.
yeah, I was considering getting wave, but it wasn't magic box, and no. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, you would have either had to get screw attack, which kind of defeats the point, or you would have had to open level 3 locks.
Yeah, which is either option is bad, and I need power to open level 3 instead. That's a no-go.
And SinisterSama down to 1 HP in shambles.
Oh god.
Oh, manages to get a refill from the orange suit. He's ready to fight the Omega Metroid. Let's go.
I also was planning to route in ice missiles. Then I saved in main deck, and I realized I have forgotten about that. So I just went like, you know what? Screw it. Sax with that ice. Let's go.
Yeah.
I died once.
Almost worth it.
Completely decked, and the second one the second try was perfect.
It probably would have been worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I guess one of those where it'll cost a few seconds, like it'll cost several seconds, but it'll cost a little less time than dying would. Like a little bit less, because dying on the SAX isn't that huge a time loss. But it's a time loss nonetheless.
My original plan was getting Barrier and picking up Ice Beam on the way to level 4s.
Mm-hmm.
I lost 5 minutes screwing around with mapping. I screwed around with my map and did a couple second guessing. I lost 5 minutes total.
Oh, hey, Mr. GG.
Hey, GG. Had I not did that, I would have actually made a better time. That was on me. I literally, when I checked the log, I was like, what the hell? Like a couple of names didn't get me. And then when I heard Nova Stairs, and I was like, oh, that spot? Okay, I could have easily gotten that once I had speed. Once I opened up level 2 doors, I was like, I should have just went right into that after I got space. Because that's what stopped me. Like, Bob had space. I was like, wait, Bob has space? I could have just went back down. What the hell am I doing? Bad routing.
Mm-hmm.
I had bad routing, and then under box, it was like, okay, so under box has my diffusion missiles. I was like, why am I getting diffusion? After the fact I got a variant in space, I was like, why am I getting diffusion? I'm like, screw. So I was like,
wind up being necessary for escaping lower 4 if you don't have screw attack or
no. At the time, I didn't get. At the time, I was thinking, why am I going to get diffusion now? That was my bigger thing, because I was like, I could have just.
Okay.
I could have got diffusion on my way out the door. I could have checked boxes and just like mod deuce, because I already knew that once I saw that Screw was in Crab Rave, I was like, where's Gravity? Oh, the Hornetoid home? Screw attack, you can stay where the hell yeah. I got diffusion. I'm getting the hell out of here. And what I did was I went to the other side of. I didn't go where you would just normally just get a speed and just go up where the level 4 where Data 4 is at. I instead went in where you would normally go in and get that one item. Missiles, I'll take it on the way out the door, but
sure.
Whatever. It's whatever. I'll take it on the way out the door. And basically if it wasn't for me screwing around with my map for like 3-4 minutes, I would have actually had a better time. Just putting it out there. But
yeah, these spoiler logs races are pretty tricky. It's just like having to think the entire time while executing is just very difficult.
It wasn't really so much thinking, because once I saw Mission Impossible, and then once I figured out Mission Impossible and the nicknames, I was like, oh, I know exactly where Plasma's at, and I can get White on my way in. Screw it, I'll get both. And I was like, do I want to get Ice Beam? Nah, I ain't screwing with that. No thanks. Yeah, I'm not screwing with Ice. I can easily just get away with Charge, Plasma, Wide. That'll be more than enough to take care of Omega. Yeah. And then after that, I was like, oh, this is going to be an easy Sax fight. Sax is going to be absolutely destroyed. I'm looking at 3 jumps. And called it 3 jumps.
Nice.
But I will do a little better on my next race, but this fly's been pissing me off all day. Sorry, family friendly, but I have this fly flying around my space, so... yeah, I have a fly flying around me, so... I'm semi-distracted by that right now, but as soon as I get done with this, I'm definitely getting rid of this fly. I'm gonna
definitely one of my least parts this summer.
I can't wait till fall. I can't wait till fall. These little buggers won't be around me no more.
You got to find the fly swatter beam.
I wish I had a fly swatter beam, or at least diffusion bug spray. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, it was what it was.
Yeah, still a pretty good time for as far as seating goes. So. Yeah,
I was checking out some of the times. I'm like, I can do better, but it's not the worst time I've seen on the boards right now.
Yeah,
So-
and Naii actually got cute with his routing and went and skipped high jump and just did the trick to open level 2s without. Was just like carving a hole in the destructible blocks. That was pretty cool.
I skipped
And then
Daria.
wasn't able to get Varia.
How'd you skip Varia?
I entered through the sector connector to 5.
Oh my god! You
It
went through the
means I went to 4 just to do that.
Oh.
So did he had to get screw attack by fighting the charge core.
Yeah.
So
Why don't?
it was quite a detour, but
I'm thinking to
what would be
myself.
faster?
I'm thinking to myself right now. Had I not screwed around 5 minutes with mapping, I could have that could have been close. I could have came close. I'm like, unbelievable! You got cute. Not gonna beat you on it.
Did save a lot of time on skipping high jump because that was really out of the way, but it wound up probably breaking even with the detour it takes to get screw attack. So
yeah, getting
awesome.
screwed. Yeah, that's going all the way, and especially if you didn't have wave, because I was thinking to myself, do I just get wave real quick and backdoor the crab rave? Because that was my thought. Go ahead.
The problem is wave is locked behind Varia, so at that point it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you needed Varia regardless, and you didn't have Varia, so you. I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I would have taken that. I think honestly, you knowing your tricks helped saved a lot of time, but me making a little bit of last minute routing decision saying, no, screw attack to stay exactly where it's at. I'm not going for wave. I'm going to be fine with what I got. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good mindset for like going into like the final stages of the routing.
Yeah, when I'm routing, my first big order of business is I have. Yeah, when I started about a year and some change ago, well, maybe a little less than that, I have 2 level 5 runners who normally just run this blind, and I'm doing level 5 blinds now. So with a scroll of 4, it's a little bit much when you see, now you know where everything's at, now you have to route everything instead of having to make guesses. So, it is what it is.
Cool. So anything else y'all want to say before we wrap up here?
GG to Naii and to Red. I'll definitely try to get another race or 2 in before the end of seeding, so that way I can at least place a little better. But other than that, I got nothing else to say.
Yeah, we got another. We got 18 hours until the next one, and then I believe 2 more sets of races, 2 more pairs of races after that. Sounds about right.
It does sound about right.
3 more pairs of races after that. So yeah,
Makes sense.
2 more days, but yeah.
And you're taking what's the top times that I'm looking at?
The top 3 times for each racer, weighted based on how many racers were in each race. So yeah, this will be weighted more heavily than the previous race because this has 3 racers as opposed to 2. So it'll be a little less than the in between of the 2 times. I am taking like DNFs as a 110 just as the floor. So
Alright, so I have to at least make
counts for something.
Yeah. I might as well sign up for the Monday one as well. I'm looking at the schedule right now. That 5 a.m. one is looking a little sketch, but I know the 9 p.m. and the 5 p.m. ones, those 2 I think I can beat. I can make the 9 p.m. one. That's
Sweet.
not a problem. It's the 5 p.m. one. I was gonna run a session of my own, but I'm like, I'm gonna need to get more time, so I might as well knock out the 5 p.m. one as well. So
Cool.
it is what it is.
Looking forward to seeing you there.
Yep, looking forward to freaking getting my routing done. So I'm done over here.
With that, thanks everyone. Thanks for SpeedGaming for hosting this, and thanks to the racers for racing. And Hope you all have a pleasant evening. Or
Easy.
pleasant afternoon, pleasant day. It's 8 a.m. Wow. It's actually morning. Why am I awake? All right. See you guys.
Take care.